The stars have accepted you. I just hope it is not too late. Volumes of prophecy have been written about the stars, but not even the oracles foresaw these events. Gather allies before you leave the city. You'll need loyal friends to face the armies of the warrior, the mage, and the serpent. Return to me each time you learn something new. I will use what you learn to devise a plan to defeat the Celestials. It appears that the serpent has gathered the bulk of his forces in the mountainous region to the north and sealed himself within. So much the better. That gives us a chance to learn what we can about this threat and plan a defense. Tradition holds that the warrior is one of the guardians who defends the other stars against the serpent. But the warrior celestial who has recently appeared is no friend. He commands a merciless army of ancient Yokudan warriors called the Ankara. All I know is they are ancient and dangerous. I've heard intriguing rumors from the Daggerfall Covenant outpost to the west of a champion who appeared about the same time as the Ankara. That may be a good place to start looking for answers. One of our number, Errol, has been examining old Nedic writings on the subject. He hopes to find insight into the Celestial's sudden appearance. Errol is smart, but he's not exactly battle-hardened. I'd be grateful if you'd help him. Tradition holds that the mage, the warrior, and the thief are the guardian star signs. But the magical events in the foothills of Craglorn, including an ever-growing army of Atronachs, suggest that the mage has fallen under the serpent's control. The Atronachs were originally summoned by a circle of conjurers from the city of Elenhir to defend Craglorn against the Dark Anchors, but it's clear they're answering to another master now, and if anything, their numbers are growing. I'm at a loss. The conjurers who summoned the Atronachs have disappeared. But since the Atronachs were summoned to defeat the Dark Anchors, perhaps the Dolmens hold a clue. Strange things. Difficult to describe. A large spell scar in the middle of the desert, and the appearance of two high elves in Belkarth, each claiming to be the mage herself. It's as if the mage tried to fight back against the serpent and lost. I wouldn't rule it out, but I haven't had time to look into their claims. You're free to investigate, but be wary of a trap. The serpent could simply be baiting us. Last I heard, the women were still at the Crossroads Tavern here in Belkarth. The Atronachs were originally summoned by a circle of conjurers from the city of Elenhir to defend Craglorn against the Dark Anchors, but it's clear.
Help! Please! Please, you must help. There was a terrible accident. My colleague is in grave danger. My colleague, Kelman Locke. We're sorcerers. He leads my circle, or Lehadai. We sought to shatter a dark anchor at its base. To show the Fighters Guild we can do it more efficiently, so we traveled to the Proving Grounds Dolmen. But our plan went horribly awry. The Circle summoned Atronachs to destroy the Dark Anchor. Instead, they turned on the Circle. One of the Celestials must have caused it. I'm no conjurer. I wasn't next to the summoning when it happened. It's the only reason I escaped to seek help.
He fell right out of... You're here to laugh at me as well? I saw what I saw. He was naked as the full moons in a cloudless sky. Dragon Star Arena, where I lost everything? A sure win, they said. Only fools wouldn't bet, they said. Then that bare-arsed imbecile dropped out of nowhere and threw the match. Out of thin air shouting nonsense about defeating the Ankara. The guard took him to Bankarai Gate if you're headed that way. He's the indecent Imperial going on about celestial this and that. If you see him, tell him he owes me 1,000 gold.
Orcs are all about honor. I don't guess you've run into a big, lumbering brute of an orc in your travels. Named Storg. Was a friend of mine. Emphasis on the was. I'm in a pile of trouble because of him. Maybe you've heard of the Rite of Theft, a Wood Elf tradition. If you pull off a particularly clever theft, you can demand payment from the owner for their things. Well, I stole this tree thane's bow, and then Storg stole the bow from me. The tree thane wants his bow back, and if I can't give it to him, he's going to have me hauled in and whipped. Last I heard, Storg was headed toward Vine Death Cave. The tree thane won't let me leave town. Could you look for Storg?
I wish I had time to help. These are dark times, and the Stargazers are a shadow of who we once were. But our role remains more important than ever. Me? Oh, I'm just picking up supplies for the observatory. Not a task for someone who has seen and done all that you have. Erold, on the other hand, was going on about ancient ruins and magical amulets or some such. It all sounded very exciting. A researcher. Very bright, but often too absorbed in his work, if you ask me. Still, I like to help him when I can. Right now, he's on the trail of... Oh, it's better if you just ask him about it. I just get it all wrong.
When did these accursed soldiers... I can't tell you how relieved I am to find you. I'm Ibrula, a friend of the Stargazers. I'm trying to gain entry to this temple, but the Celestial Warriors' army of Ankara have sealed the door. I need help to get past them and disable the seals. I believe the temple holds the secret to ending the celestial threat. A vast library called the Seeker's Archive waits inside. I visited it before, looking for answers to impossible questions. But since the Ankara appeared, the way is sealed. The temple door can be opened by activating beams in the surrounding ruins. We need to find the source of the beams and activate them to open the door. But we must be careful, as powerful Ankara surely guard these locations. We must find a way to defeat the Ankara and activate the beams that open the temple door. Then we can enter the Seeker's Archive and find the knowledge to defeat the Celestials. I can't promise that my answers will satisfy. Craglorn has always been a harsh place and desolate. Much of Craglorn's history has long since passed into myth.
Halt! This mile gate is a restricted area. Only members of the Covenant will be granted passage. Now be about your business.
Pardon my manners, I can't rise to bow. I'm afraid I'm not as spry as I was. Won't be for a while. I tried to infiltrate the Imperial camp. Falsify their orders. Wanted to send them far from here. It was a great plan, but flawed, for I am not the man I once was. Idle days have stolen my strength. I fled into the rocks after I was wounded. They once called me the Sly Scarab, but my given name is Mazrahil. Other questions must wait. Those orders are of paramount importance. If you get them, I can hobble unnoticed to the ruins below the gate and await you there. Will you help me? Imperials and Beetles both have surly dispositions and sharp implements, but you must persevere. The future of Bankarai may rest on your shoulders. Once I catch my breath, I'll meet you at the ruins below the Craglorn Gate.
doomed. They're everywhere. I don't know where they came from. I didn't see them until I grabbed a bucket to douse the flames, and then it attacked me. A Daedra. My fortunes have never looked less pleasing. Look. Look down the road. My house is on fire, and Daedra roam free. I don't know where my family is. They may be trapped by the fires or killed by those savage beasts. Take this bucket. The well's between the houses, but beware those foul creatures. I tripped running away from them and injured my own arm. 3 houses are ablaze. Please, put out the fires before everything burns to the ground. Look for my fiancée, Milta. I've been away on business and came home to this. I do not know if she lives or fell prey to one of those things. Not long. Few days. Perhaps a week or a bit over that. My house still stands, but if we dally much longer, they and my beloved will turn to ash.
Halt there, traveler. Bankerai Garrison is on lockdown since the death of King Aemond. Only Knights of St. Pellin and members of the royal family are allowed in. Also, if you were planning on going to Evermore, you might want to reconsider that. An army of Reachmen is just a day's march from the city, and when they get there, it's not going to be pretty. We've done all we can, but frankly, I think it may have been in vain. The knights we sent haven't returned or sent word. The group was led by Sir Dubrock, and they went to Jackdaw Cove, hoping to strike at the heart of these Reachmen, this Hagraven who apparently leads them. If you do go north, we wouldn't complain if you looked for Sir Dubrock. He may need help.
my wife. What have I... Oh, Papa. Help me. What have I done? Please, you must help. It is my wife, my beautiful Adina. Something dark claimed her, Wayfarer. It's using her. Like a puppet. By Tawaka's breath, I think it might be Daedra. It's been luring people into the ruins. My wife is down there. Please help me. Oh, stranger, you are kind beyond measure. I called upon Adina's twin sister Izara 2 days ago. She's a powerful mage, you see. I thought she'd deal with the monster and be back by sundown, but she still has not returned. I hope you can find her.
Damn these spiders. Najan. He finds yet another person to do a husband's work for him. Pathetic. Don't concern yourself with my wounds. The door to the ruins has been sealed by an Ayleid spell key. You must destroy the focus stones protecting it so we can get inside. I thank you for your concern, but I am well versed in restorative magics. I will recover quickly. Mephalah's web. Good luck. Of course, this ruin hides all manner of secrets, one of which is a spell key. 3,000 years ago, we might have needed a whole host of mages to break its hold on the door, but now, it's a brittle relic. Exactly. The Daedra must have sensed the fragility of the key and empowered the focus stones to protect it. There's something akin to Welkin stones, albeit larger and more unstable. It shouldn't take much effort to break them. Well, yes, there's the spiders, but I'm sure there'll be no trouble for a hero of your stature. As far as the strength of the ward, the Daedra probably didn't have time to prepare. It may simply be stalling until it can complete its ritual. Yes, it's complicated. I apologize for being vague, but every minute we spend talking is another minute that my sister is in danger. I promise.
Wait! Please! Stay your blade and listen! Our orders were to look for Red Guard insurgents in these ruins. Sounded simple enough, but then the spiders showed up. Legionnaires disappeared. By the time we figured out what was going on, 2/3 of my company was gone. Please, help me. We've had our fill of this whole damned campaign. Bankurai Garrison, Holland Stand, now this sandpit. I'll take my troops and go. It's simple as that. We'll head back to Cyrodiil to fight the real war. You have my word. Will you help or not? Take this ice rune. It should make the webs brittle enough for my soldiers to break free. Good luck.
That lunatic woman. Sepp himself wouldn't step in her shadow. I'd stay off this path, lest she demand some humiliating task from you. A madwoman named Lady Laurent. She hired me and the Alakir to guide her through the desert, but this is as far as I go for her. She's already lost one of her traveling companions. I won't be the victim of her next accident. Ask her. I didn't stick around to hear her explanations. Though excuses would be a better word. Everything is somebody else's fault. Huh.
My expedition is ruined. One catastrophe after another. Oh, hello. You wouldn't happen to be interested in performing a few light duties, would you? I'm in need of a temporary assistant. I'm conducting research into ancient Yokuden ruins to see what light they cast on modern Redguard society. Fascinating, but not without peril. An alchemical experiment led to my assistant becoming, incapacitated. But I hope to recover him. Oh, quite! Stibbons should recover once I reverse the process. All my supplies are at my new camp, through these ruins. We'll need to get some things here, then go to my first camp at the dig site, which, unfortunately, has been overrun by goblins. Goblins? Certainly not. I've been studying the local gargoyles. I believe they're the key to certain Yokuden myths and legends. It's my own theory. Now, I'll need you to retrieve my supplies, and then perform Stibbons' duties in his absence. My alchemical gear is at the new camp through these ruins. You'll have to find where Stibbons set it up. Be careful with it. It's delicate. Once you've collected that, we'll move on to the old camp. Let's get on with it, shall we? Stibbons isn't going to revive himself. Yes, most satisfactory. Stibbons would have dusted them off as well, but one mustn't be choosy, must one? Now, off to our first camp at the dig site, where we'll find my man Stibbons. Shall we?
Free at last.
You made it. And I sense that the focus stones have been dealt with? Well done, hero. Now that the focus stones are destroyed, I can deal with this infernal spell key. We should be able to enter the ruins in short order. As I said before, the spell key is a brittle and aged relic. I'll weave a simple enchantment, and that should be the end of it. Take care, my friend. The spell key is going to become unstable. The effects may be explosive. Now, we have some grim business to discuss. I pray that you will have the strength of will to see this through. It's the ritual. I did not have the heart to speak of it before, but I can't put it off any longer. That fool Najan told me that the Daedra has been abducting people. It is, no doubt, collecting them for a summoning ritual. Yes, it plans to summon its true form here, to Mundus. It will need living sacrifices to do so. We have to deprive it of those living offerings. Please, do not think of it as murder. Look around. These people were dragged below by some of the most venomous spiders in all of Tamriel. The toxins they were injected with, victims do not recover from such encounters. None. They are beyond help. I beg you to look on this as a kindness. Their souls will find more comfort in Aetherius, I assure you. Take my talisman. It will make it easier. Use it on any victims you find, be a true hero, and set them free. That should do it. We can enter the ruins now.
I was done for.
Free at last.
I was done for.
Free at last.
I know you have the strength to see this through.
Is that you? Oh, beloved Rupka, help me! It can't be! What have you done? The woman you are escorting, oh Wayfarer, she is not my sister. The Daedra Anexiel has taken control of her. Can you not see it? Yes, I'm sorry. Forgive me. When my sister heard that I had been taken by a Daedra, she came to rescue me. I was possessed for, I don't know, hours, days, weeks? My memory, it's nothing but screaming and dancing shadows. all so foggy, muddled. She drew the creature out of me and into herself. She was gritting her teeth and screaming. Oh, it was horrible! She said she was going to put up wards before the creature overtook her, to keep the monster out. Yes, yes, Wayfarer, just so. Don't let it win.
Silence, creature. Adina's the one possessed. The Daedra is trying to trick you. Don't believe its lies.
No, you must believe me. You can't let it finish the ritual. You can't.
So long as that thing lives, so does the ritual. You have to kill it to end this.
Please, listen to me. If the ritual completes, who knows how many innocent lives may be lost?
We can't wait any longer. She's already free of her bonds. Please, in Rupka's name, use the talisman and release her.
Listen to me, Wayfarer, please. That is not my sister. Not anymore. You can't believe its lies. It's manipulating you. Because what I'm saying is true. Oh, I've never been good at speaking my mind. Please, stranger, think of what you've done. If there was, I would have told you already. What's that in your hand? Is that her talisman? In my trance, I heard a voice. When it wasn't screaming, it whispered about a talisman just like that. If you use it on my sister, it might draw the creature out.
We can't wait any longer. She's already free of her bonds. Have I not earned your trust? I've had countless opportunities to attack you, to slay you, but I haven't. Did I not tell you that Mephala is the Prince of Secrets, the spinner of lies and mistrust? You are being deceived. You must act. Look into your heart. Have you been wrong this whole time? Is your compass that broken? I don't offer comfort, but I do offer truth. My sister is lost to that thing. It breaks my heart. But we must finish what we started. The choice is yours.
What an unfortunate miscalculation. 5 innocent deaths on your head in as many minutes. I do hope you remember to say your prayers tonight. The ritual is complete. And my first act will be to reclaim my body and destroy you.
Onsi's blade, it released me? It let me go. An exhaled tricked you. I was the one who was possessed. You finished the ritual, and now it's gone to claim its new body. Good. Go after it. We can only hope it's still weak enough to defeat in its new form.
meet your sweet demise, mortal.
Another thread cut, yet the loom spins on. And now you think yourself free of the web. What a delightful fiction. Oh yes, come closer. How strong you look with my minion's blood on your hands. I would have thought someone as mighty and well-traveled as you might already know. I am Mephala, the Lady of Whispers. A fair question. I don't often come to greet those who would slay my servants. But you, oh, there's something different about you. The scarred wrists of a cold harbor slave, yet such a regal bearing. Trying to do? Oh, no. You strong, beautiful fool. Do you think she failed? A marriage ruined, a sister slain, souls lost, families broken. And to think, all of this began with a wayward goat. What a gorgeous and horrifying tapestry. What a predictably mortal question. Small, great, the same. Each thread tugs the other. Petty jealousy, an unintended slight, dog-like lusts. These are the things that bring empires to ruin. Think on this, my dear. I'll be watching.
So, you killed it. What kind of voice? Curse that monster. This is all her fault. Hers and Najan's. I'll never forgive either of them. Or forget. Come, let's get out of here.
is good to see you safe. Where is Edina?
Najan, you cowardly snake. She's dead. Slain by that monster you lusted after.
No, no, that cannot be true. You were supposed to save her.
And what about you? Could you not have saved her? No. You were busy out here cowering behind rocks like a dog. After all she did for you, all she sacrificed, you cast her into oblivion for a fool's pleasure. You disgust me.
Isara, I didn't know. If...
My sister deserved better than you, a better life than you. If I ever see you again, there aren't words for what I'll do to you.
Edina, by the eight, what have I done? I never meant for this to happen. Izara was right. I failed her. She was beautiful and kind-hearted. My foolishness killed her. Sep, take me. Leave. Maybe I'll walk into the desert and put an end to it. I deserve worse. I should go to Edina's family first, to apologize. I won't ask for forgiveness, though. I'm beyond such things. I hope that she is. Perhaps killing me will grant her some solace. She deserves justice. I deserve to die.
Captain, look! It's the stranger who saved us!
My soldiers have been returning one at a time. Some still complain of numbness. Some are half blind. But they're alive. That's what matters. Thank you. Yes, of course. To oblivion with this whole campaign folly and the 7th Legion. As you can see, My men are securing their gear and preparing for the march back to Cyrodiil. It's a long journey, but it'll be good to fight where we're needed.
Please, pay me no mind. I didn't expect to react so strongly to seeing poor Stibbins in this state. Now, where did he put those notes? I suppose you should know the truth. Ancient inscriptions here described some unique alchemical processes, which I tried to duplicate. I fear I succeeded all too well, and Stibbins's unfortunate condition is the result. Yes, but I'm certain I can restore him if we find my notes. Stibbins put them in a safe place somewhere in this camp. I'm sure you can find them. You're ever so handy at that sort of thing. Julianos' little teapot. Where could they be? Oh, praise the divines! You're a lifesaver, Stibbins. Whatever your name is. At any rate, give me a moment to read these over, and I'll know what I need next. Ah, yes, now I recall how it was. Stendar smite them. The goblins took my reagents. It served them right if they ate them, the wretches. That gives me an idea. I need to develop an antidote for the Yokuden Stoneflesh potion. And to be safe, I'll need to test it on other research subjects before applying it to Stibbins. So I need the original reagents back so I can make more of the Stoneflesh potion. So we can use it on the goblins, of course. Once they're petrified, they'll be the test subjects for my antidote. Let's go recover my reagents from those beasts. Then I must check my notes against the Yokuden inscriptions, if I can find them again. These writings are very old indeed. How gratifying. Curious one. I must have missed it on my first pass. Rather useful in your own way. Meritorious work. Now, according to my notes, I just need to combine these reagents and shake the vial. Indeed it is. It's up to you to administer it, of course. You should probably pour it into whatever noisome slumgullion they're brewing up in those cookpots. While you're attending to that, I'll consult with our hireling guide. Oh yes, his name's Mare. He's rather a crazy old hermit, but he certainly knows his way around these old Yokuden ruins. He lives in a nearby cave overlooking the ruins. Hermit's Climb, they call it. I tried, but he refused to go near the goblins. Besides, he's quite mad. He's become entirely preoccupied with some ancient Yokuden riddle. You'll see when you meet him. Perhaps you'll be able to talk some sense into him.
The stone rules the flesh, here as everywhere. Flesh must always yield to stone. Still as the stone that walks, yes. They remember, you know. They carry their histories etched in their flesh. Hearken, Wayfarer. They were here before the walls rose, and they are here after. And yet some mock these lowly creatures for worshipping them. What folly! The flying stones hold the secret you seek. In their unyielding flesh that is not flesh. There are no dunes without wind. Yet, when the wind is gone, the dune remains, eh? Tons of stone, young seeker. Tons of stone.
You see? Quite maddening. And all I have to go on are these similarly arcane inscriptions from the ruins. The Yokuden inscriptions are mysterious. Frankly, I'm baffled by them. But Mare has dropped hints that he knows what they mean. I'm sure he could tell me what I want to know, if I could only figure out how to give him what he wants. He wants the answer to the riddle of the inscriptions. He'll tell me my answer if I'll give him his answer, or something like that. It's maddening. Stibbins would know what to do, I'm sure. He was always good at seeing what's right in front of me. They contain the key to the antidote for my Stoneflesh potion. Somehow, the gargoyles inspired the early Redguards to experiment with their own flesh and bone. If I could only understand their cryptic inscriptions, I could master their alchemy.
have answers. Answers are more to me than water. Answers. A riddle? No. The riddle. The one these ruins whisper every night. The one that hums through the walls when the sun beats upon them. You know whereof I speak. You've read the 3 inscriptions. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Air. Yes, that's it. The breeze. The breath of Tava. Ah, devious Sep. You wind a fateful path in this desert. Here then is your answer. Within the maw and between the teeth. The gargoyle cannot hide its mortality forever.
The tongue, of course!
robbed!
If you're working in cloth or leather, I'm your man. What can I get you? We tan, weave, stitch, you name it. People in search of medium and light armor come to us. This requires fibers, leather, and a work table like those found in town. We also seek out style books and special ingredients for more advanced work. Yes, of course. During the tailoring process, we can choose a special trait for the work. It takes research to discover these techniques, but it's well worth the effort. Reinforced buckles, intricate detail work. Each brings a special benefit. Well, the piece can be improved even more through the use of tannins. These elements can enhance the value and quality of your work. Just be cautious. You risk ruining the piece if you're not careful. Improving on perfection is no mean feat. If you're working in cloth or...
Amazing to stand at the heart of Tamriel, isn't it? You can hear the ancestors whisper. I brew fragrant elixir.
Once you return with the ingredients, we'll determine whether you know how to combine them. I've always believed the hunt for ingredients is its own reward. Now, the moment of truth. Go to a cooking pot with your ingredients and follow the recipe. Return to me with the results, so your worth as a cook may be judged.
Salut! Hello!
Bring me your culinary creation so I might inspect it. I'll determine whether or not you deserve certification. Interesting scent. Do I detect a hint of Wamasu? No, that can't be right. Not how I do it, of course, but interesting enough to pass certification. You may now fulfill provisioning writs. Keep your pots warm and your ladle clean. Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you. Alchemists are masters of the elixir. They trap magic in a bottle for later use. But I can only certify you in one discipline at a time. If this is agreeable, we can begin your training. As with master chefs, every alchemist must assemble the right components before crafting a special concoction. Are you so capable? We shall see. I require you to locate a solvent and some reagents. Then you shall craft me a potion. Yes, every alchemical mixture requires a solvent, a pure liquid base, and reagents such as herbs and flowers. Now go, find a solvent and some reagents. Once you have what you need, return to me. There's a quiet area nearby with mountain flowers and columbine. A fresh source of water can't be far from them. If you find nothing there, venture into the wilds and seek them for yourself. In the wilderness, you'll find herbs, flowers, and mushrooms all around. These make the best reagents. As for solvents, look for bubbling springs in lakes, ponds, streams, and shores. Sealed bottles as well. Purity of the solvent is key. Locate a solvent and some reagent.
Oh, you're back. Guess you weren't eaten by ghosts. Well, any day you aren't eaten by ghosts is a good day, yes? Though you may feel different after what happens next. Look alive, Slobs. We've a new inductee into our group.
Finally! I'm not the new guy anymore.
No, you'll always be the new guy, Mindil.
Enough. Let's get this over with.
Always such a ray of sunshine, Talise. Now, a toast from everyone. To the new meat. May they never wet their pants except from drink.
To the new meat, whose best attack is showing their face.
To the new meat, too brave to run, too dumb to dodge.
To the new meat, don't die.
Really?
Just sing the damn song.
Who knows no fear of beast or blade?
Undaunted! Undaunted! Who knows no fear of Daedric plains?
We are undaunted!
Who knows no fear of death, of aid.
Undaunted! Undaunted! We are undaunted! You weren't singing, Tallis.
You're fat and old.
Turok, it's true. Ungrateful fools, the both of you. Go back to your drinking and brooding. And Milksop, welcome to the Undaunted. And that's our special Undaunted song. Did it hurt to hear as much as it did to sing it? Yes, sounds like an Undaunted to me. Welcome to the group. What, were you expecting a big ceremony full of pomp and confetti? We do things a bit different here. How are you doing, Milksop? Kill any big scary monsters this week? What we all do. Prove you fear no creature, living or dead. Find the fiercest, wildest, most dangerous monsters in Tamriel, and face them down. Show them the meaning of Undaunted. Out by the old Release tombs, you'll find the banished cells. It's just a rumor, but I've heard there's an undead king there, and he's quite a handful for those who guard him. Sounds worthy of a visit. How often do you get to see an undead king? We're experienced adventurers. We can teach you skills and tactics a soldier cannot. Our battlefields are the deeps of Tamriel. There's also a cache of weapons and equipment found on our adventures for sale. Much more exotic than the local armory.
Hey, fresh meat. My mouth is dry. Get me a drink, or I'll tell Talise to wring it out of you. She'll do it. She has big hands. Talise and I have a storied history. They call us the twins, but I was an undaunted first. She was rather taken by my methods, effective as they are. So, she imitated me. I wasn't put off much. Highest form of flattery and all that, right? She's bigger, slightly more buffoonish if you ask me, but I'm better.
are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely. Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige. Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Vokelgard. Fear is on the lips of the people, darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Manamako. If it is truly an agent of Menamako's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents. Venture to Vokelgard, speak to the fisher, Media, and the jungler Dirinor. It was on their lips that Lyris first heard the troubles lurking in the shadows. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.